David Salter, a contributing editor to the Family Court Practice, or as everyone knows it, the Red Book. Our general editor, Judge Cleary, has already spoken of the structure of the work and the contributors to it. I want to look to the future. Family lawyers are faced in April 2014 with some of the biggest changes in family procedure that have taken place certainly in my professional lifetime. April 2014 will of course mark the long-awaited opening of the single family court. Alongside that, there will be many different sets of rules and indeed primary legislation coming into force at or about the same time. It is vital for the family practitioner to be up to speed in every sense with the great raft of new primary and secondary legislation. The family court practice authors are doing their very best to ensure that you will be totally up to speed. The single family court is completely new in its concept. It will comprise of all levels of judiciary, and it means that the family division of the High Court will have only its residual jurisdiction, consisting primarily of the work in the court's inherent jurisdiction and international work, such as cases under the Hague Convention and Brussels IIa. But don't be fooled into thinking that the amendments to the family procedure rules are simply to deal with the creation of the new court, for example, on issues of transfers, allocation to judiciary and appeals. Yes, those issues have to be covered, but there are many other issues which are covered arising incidentally from the creation of the court or from primary legislation to be introduced at or about the same time. For example, the new rules will contain important changes to the rules on expert evidence. There is to be a shortened procedure for certain financial remedy cases, for example, cases under Schedule 1 of the Children Act 1989 and applications for variation orders. We will, if the Children's and Families Bill is fully enacted, have by the introduction of the single family court child arrangement orders. And the family procedure rules will at long last contain its own freestanding rules relating to committals for contempt, which will be found in a new Part 37 of the FPR. I've referred already to primary legislation, and there are two important statutes apart from the Children and Families Bill which are already on the statute book, but not as I record this, yet into force. They are the Marriage Same-Sex Couples Act of 2013 and the Presumption of Death Act 2013. The Marriage Same-Sex Couples Act, as well as obviously extending marriage to couples of the same sex, contains many important changes to other statutes, for example, the Gender Recognition Act. The same is true of the changes brought about by the Presumption of Death Act. It makes changes to the Matrimonial Causes Act and to the Civil Partnership Act. All of these changes are contained in the new edition, the 2014 edition of the Red Book, the Family Court Practice. And so I hope that as well as being a tried and trusted friend, you will find that the 2014 edition will be of particular use to you in an era of complex change. Thank you.